Здравствуйте, welcome to another video. This video is unfortunately, or fortunately for those of you who enjoy me ranting about stuff, a rant. I have felt it necessary that I need to make a rant video about the current state of the gas mask collecting community online. So I'm going to cover 3 points today. This will be a very long video, so if you're not interested, don't watch it. If you are interested in what I have to say, you know, up to you if you watch it or not. But the 3 points I will be covering today are the gas mask collecting community on its own, Weaponsandstuff93, and mask information. So I'm going to start off with the first point, the community. Now for ages now, gas mask collecting has been a very popular hobby for a lot of people from the first generation collectors like Johannes Moeller and Bart Wilkes. And back then it was a pretty tight knit community. There was very few people doing it. It's like all, you know, mainstream hobbies that like gather importance. They started off tight knit, then widens out as they start to bring more people into their community. Then it gets to the point where it's like hundreds upon hundreds of people. But currently what we're classing as a community now is a group on Facebook and the group on Discord, which is the actual the Reddit official gas mask Discord, Argod. And what we basically are is a community dedicated to information and, you know, obviously collecting. We're dedicated to information because information, I'm going to reiterate this point quite a lot during this video, information is the backbone of collecting gas masks. As an example, say you have, let's say, about 20 masks. You don't know anything about them. A good 10 of them are experimental models. You're just leaving them on a shelf. Just on a shelf, left to sit there. No one's learning anything about it when it could be very useful information to another collector or just the entire community as a whole. So research is a very important thing in the gas mask collecting community. Another point within the community is newcomers. We will welcome newcomers, that's absolutely fine. We always want people to join our hobby. It is sort of a dying hobby because it is quite expensive and some of the stuff's hard to get. So we've got that. But the biggest problem with newcomers is a lot of them are just little, like, let's say 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, you know, like pre-teens going into teenager years. They're going by a GP5 and they're collectively known as GP5 kids or GP5 kiddos for a piss take, and either it's usually on the Reddit because the Facebook groups are closed and it's usually only bigger collectors and like mid-tier collectors. But these little kids will, the easiest way to put it is they're very edgy. They watch Life of Boris, they like post cheeky breeky every 10 minutes. They've got the fake black Shank or the hammer and sickle. And they'll post a photo of them wearing a GP5 with the filter and the Ushanka and be like, is my mask safe? Is my filter safe? Is this filter safe? You know, either that or they get an M10M and they're like, are these filters safe? Is this mask safe? Do research. Research is so damn important. It can tell you a lot of things. If you're not unsure of something, go look up. I mean, there's plenty of information on masks out there, courtesy of the gas mask collecting community. If we weren't a thing, there'd be no information on it. People wouldn't have GP5 filters and go, right, there might be asbestos in this. Should we get this into an asbestos lab and get it tested? Get it tested. A certain amount of filters within a certain time frame are confirmed to have asbestos. That was the gas mask collecting community. We are here for the information and benefit of each other. We try and benefit each other with information. That is one of the reasons why the gas mask collecting community it used to be quite tight knit. It's quite tight knit in certain circles, not so much the Reddit. The Reddit's an information posting platform, although unfortunately it isn't used like that in its current state. As people just look up, are gas masks you know, they come across to the official Discord for it. Not the Discord, the actual Reddit page. They'll sit and post stuff which is absolutely irrelevant to what we do. It's either misinformation or they refuse to believe our information, which will obviously be either confirmed or very likely to be true. So I am going to move on to the second point of my rant, Weaponsandstuff93. I don't have a problem with him per se. I enjoy his videos, but I only enjoy them because it's like the only other gas mask content creator other than me and a few others like Moulage and Duke Nukem 3D. I have a lot of points about weapons and stuff. Right, some of you might like him and some of you might end up hating me for this, but I don't really care. I'm not a suck up. I don't want you sucking up my arse. I'm not going to suck up his arse. I'm going to say what I think is true and what I think needs to be said. And this is not just my opinion, this is the opinion of a lot of people in the gas mask collecting community. So my first point with him is, well, my first personal point is video format. His videos always include him standing here with a mask and talking to you. He wears the he wears the mask, you know, you can hear the voice diaphragm. It's, you know, it's all good. But the fact he sits holding the mask in, it is the format. I just don't like the format. I prefer the format I'm currently doing, which I was inspired by Duke Nukem 3D, who uses a mannequin head exactly as my own, just in tan, like flesh colour. I don't like that because you don't need to be on camera at all times. Fair enough if you're like trying to be like a personality, which he's quite lacking in. If I'm going to be completely honest, he's got the fucking personality of a rotten potato. My opinion is I am one of the people who's more on the negative side. As he does say, he is quite a polarising person. And the main reason I can see for that is, number one, he's got quite a dislikable personality. He's quite monotonous. That's, you know, not a thing you want to be. It's like Andy Murray. Who the fuck likes listening to Andy Murray? I play tennis, yes. You know, very boring. There's nothing much there. If you don't have a variety in your tone, then people are only going to be interested in what you want to say. So, there's that point about him being polarised. Number two is his actual information. He doesn't do a lot of research. I'm in his Discord. I actually shelled out £1 to get into his Discord to see how cancerous it was. And this is another thing. His little, you know, community on his Discord is like paid community. You know, you pay £1, you know, it goes to his Patreon, which he uses to buy masks, right? Fair dues. But also, sorry for the noise, there's a lot of construction work going on, it's like housing maintenance. So I'm going to try and talk over the top of that. A paid community isn't the best way to go, and considering I'm in it, I know who's in it. And this will be the other point, right? I'm fairly certain, as you can see, there's a photo of this dick, Stalin. Right, Stalin was an absolute arsehole, right? Killed millions of his own people and fuck knows how many other people, like, including Ukrainians. Right, I am not one of those people who's like, oh my god, the Soviets are so bad, oh my god, America, blah blah blah. I am not fucking, like, politically biased. I can see points, good and bad, in both systems, right? I do like the communist aesthetic. I fucking love the red and yellow. I love, like, the style of propaganda posters. That's why my entire fucking room is covered in either communist propaganda, the Russian ground forces flag, the Soviet flag, or as you might be able to see, the DPRK flag, which we'll soon be getting rid of, so I can put some of my girlfriend's paintings up with masks. But his whole video, Why I Hate Communism, you know, exactly titled, Why I Hate Communism, and he goes on about atrocities, you know, like, and people post on his videos, like, supporting communism. Right, fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion, but when you tell people not to cover politics during your streams, talk to you about politics, yet you make an entirely politically based video, 12-minute politically based video on why you hate a certain political opinion. Right, I am more or less the same centrist, right, but I am a very, very, very strong supporter of the Scottish Nationalist Party, Sean and Gael, the Black Order. who are a Scottish radical independence group, have been labelled terrorists as by the Scottish National Party, which is rather unfortunate because John and Gail are the only people who'd have done anything for us. The SNP are ruining stuff. I'm not going to get into politics. That is my opinion. I'm voicing that. Because this is a rant, I'm going to voice quite a lot of things, and if I go off topic, fair enough. I mean, I'm going on a rant. But, right, I am not one of those people who idolise communism, right? I like communism as a system, but I don't believe in it. It's a very, very flawed system, and it would never work. I mean, it'll work to a certain extent, then it'll just kind of fall back in itself. But me, being in his Discord, there are about the 40 odd people, 40, 50, 60 people, it's around that ballpark. There is a good 20% of his server are fascists, like actual full blown, like I love Hitler. There was one of his, there's one of his patrons who goes by the username Niveler, Niveuler, something like that, who literally posted, we need another Holocaust for liberals and Jews. Why would you even say you'd like another fucking Holocaust? The Holocaust was an absolute tragedy. It was the worst thing that happened during World War II for a lot of people, and including my own opinion. It is one of the worst things that ever fucking happened, other than, you know, the Unit 731 with the chemical warfare shit in China, which is an entirely different topic. But there's also another one, woke weeb. Right, this is my personal opinion. It's the exact same for like fucking little kids who support communism, right? If you support a dead ideology such as full-blown communism and full-blown Nazism, National Socialism, and let me get this straight, National Socialism and communism are on the opposite ends of the political spectrum. One's far left, one's far right. Get that straight, right? So the biggest problem is they're immature little fucking brainlets. They don't know shit, so they choose to follow like a fucking terrible regime who's murdered millions upon millions. Where does it come into your fucking head that you need to support this and, you know, like, keep up? That fucking woke weeb bastard, he get really pushy with me because I didn't have a political opinion. They thought I was a communist. And started on like, oh, I don't argue with people over politics anymore because of my opinion. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to fucking keep that opinion. The only reason why you won't debate politics is because you're such a closed-minded individual that you feel the need, you need to keep this horrible fucking fascist mindset. Well, you know, Hitler's perfect. Hitler done nothing wrong. Right, this is kind of going off topic for him, but that is in his Discord server, you know. Fair enough, he's not going to kick them out because they've paid £1 for him, or like $1, or like, you know, whatever your currency is. But when your little tight-knit community's full of fucking Nazis who probably don't even collect, I have not seen one person post a decent collection picture. Not one. I posted my M2000 and my C4, which I both have, and I'll be doing a review on them quite soon. I posted both of them, and Weaponsandstuff93 went, cool mask, I'd quite like a C4. He didn't bother to engage in a conversation, he just went, cool mask. I don't know if that's Asperger's syndrome kicking in, because Asperger's is on the autism spectrum, you know, as he is autistic, as are a lot of collectors. Me, I'm not autistic, I just like collecting. And I don't know if it's the Asperger's kicking in, but he does seem quite antisocial. He doesn't really contribute into his own community. Fair enough, his videos now reply to comments, but his comments are very short-winded. They're like, yes, that's true, or no, they don't, or like, you know, just like very, very short sentence. Meanwhile, if you ask me a question, I'll give you quite a lengthy reply on, you know. And another reason is why the M50 replaced the M40 video. I commented on the fact that the Americans had to replace it because they wanted a... I'm probably going to butcher this, I got it right in this comment. It's the Joint Service Protective Gas Mask. That's it, JSPGM, the JSPGM programme, which basically meant the American Army, or the US Ministry of Defence or Department of Defence, wanted a unified gas mask platform for all branches of the military, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army. And they got that through the M50. and Tank Crew's got the M51, Air Crew's got whatever. I did not get a reply saying, oh, thank you for the information, or, you know, that's very, very interesting. No. I just never got a fucking reply. You know, if you're gonna, like, you know, try and reply to comments, please try and reply to them. I'll try and reply to them. It might take a few weeks because I'm a very busy person. I've just left school. I'm looking for work. I'm in a work placement very soon. Paid work placement, mind you, so I'll be able to buy some stuff. Another thing. The free stuff he gets. Okay, as a collector who spends their own money, but I could be using on other stuff such as clothing, etc. He gets stuff for free sent to him by B-Store. I and a lot of other people in the collecting community don't much approve of that. I think that's very, very unfair to people who, like, not even me, like people who need to bust their arse off at work to make a living and then fund a hobby. You know, he's getting shit for free, very rare shit for free as well. Then 98, I had a Pro Mask, the Scott Pro Mask 40 before him. And when I seen the fact he had an M98, I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Because I both have a brand new Scott M95 and a brand new Scott Pro Mask 40, which are both in my boxes down there, in the box. And, you know, I actually have these. And these are another thing I find quite important. Documentation. I'll get on to that after ranting about him though, because that comes in the next section. I don't believe in getting free stuff. Fair enough, you can donate stuff. But when it comes, the only reason why he gets free stuff is because he shouts B-Store. Oh, I'm probably going to try, I'm not going to bother trying to butcher his accent because, you know, he butchers his own accent enough for his fucking grammar. B-Store consent me. A lot of his grammar's fucking terrible. I mean, at least he's in Oxford. Oxford is what fucking Oxford Uni is. You know? Like, world prestigious. At least they're like talk, pal. But he shells B-Store. I'll put B-Store's store in the description below for eBay. It's like, you're shelling him and he's getting you shit. Because you're sending a bunch of fucking, like, small-minded kids to go and buy shit from this cunt. I bought my MP5 up there from him. It came with a faulty exhale valve, and also the lens is discoloured to fuck. You get a clean one, fair enough, the bit snapped, but you get a very, very mint condition one, visor wise. But that is a few of my points. Another one is misinformation. As I said, he doesn't do much research, he gets quite a lot of things wrong. I'm going to just leave it at that. Right, mask information. As I said, I would reiterate this point, and it's a very, very important point for me and a lot of other collectors. Okay, so mask information. You've got a mask that you quite like the look of, or you have one, or you're wanting to buy one, and you're like, I want to know about this. You know, rather than asking, you don't ask, you never know. And the gas mask collecting community will happily answer your questions as long as it's a very sensible question. See if it's like, what type of rubber's a GP5 made out of? Go look that up. Plenty of people know for a fact it's latex rubber. In fact, a lot of Soviet masks were latex. But if you're looking for information, what to do is go online, look up the mask. If you know the manufacturer, perfect. Go look up their website if they're still in business. For my Avon C50, I got that with the manual. Mine was ex Specialist Firearms Officer owned, SFO. Came with the bag, the mask, face form, filter, brand new filter key, and the manual. Then I went and bought the actual Avon carrying bag, the one that says Avon Protection C50, and then the NSN or whatever the serial number. I got that with another manual. I read through both manuals, went onto the Avon site, looked up the PDF for the C50 and the FM53, which hopefully I will own this year. If not, you know, 2020 is an option. Hopefully I'm still going by 2020, which I'm very certain I will be. But mask information is the backbone of collecting. If we didn't know anything, what would be the point in collecting? Fair enough, right? Masks are cool, they're really cool bits of rubber in history. But if you don't know the information and the history behind them, then what is the point in owning it? The thing that I do, right, is I love the hobby of gas mask collecting. I think it's fucking brilliant. I love owning them feeling the ergonomics, you know, studying them, anthropometrics. I know quite a lot about technical stuff, so anthropometrics, physiology, psychology, you know, all the design elements that go into building a mask. I'm right in there. I want to know how it was done. But a lot of people just buy masks for the sake of it. Fair enough if you're doing that, but see if you're a serious collector, start by learning. Learning is the foundation, and it's your first stepping stone into gas mask collecting. I looked up quite a lot of gas masks. I looked up movie references and shit. After I got my S10, I was quite interested in it. I know for a fact it's famous, British Army use it, the whole shit with the SAS using it, that's another story. They use the SF10, but I like information and I like learning, so what I decided to do is go out and buy the manual called Survive to Fight, and through that I now own all the Survive to Fight editions ever published by the British military. And JSP 410, which I'm certain is Joint Service Publication 410. I have the S10 edition 2, edition number 1. I also have the smaller booklets that are like pocket size in the actual haversacks. Also got the GSR one, but this one has to be my favourite one, because the S6 is such an interesting mask. I fucking love the S6 and I think it's a brilliant mask. I prefer it over the S10, which, you know, might be a wee bit controversial, but the thing I like about it is the illustrations and, you know, this type of stuff. I mean, a lot of eBay sellers will use this exact photograph to try and, you know, sell you Mark IV or Mark III NBC smocks or suits. And as I said, I read through a fuck ton of PDFs on masks. In my PMK3, I decided to look up PDFs on that. It being a Russian mask, there's not a lot of stuff in English. There's very, very little in English. There's like one document in English. I can read Cyrillic. I don't understand Russian to the extent where I could read an entire technical manual based on a mask. But I did find a manual. It's in Russian. Read through it. Found out what's involved in the kit. That's why I actually own the ROU. And I found out what was in the OZKF kit, which is their chemical ensemble for the PMK3. That's no doubt changed by now because they're moving to the PMK4, which won't. They are adopting it, but it's the Russians. The logistics for adopting new stuff is just, you know, it's kind of iffy. But I'm going to just keep saying this because mask information is so fucking important for collecting. I don't know where people get the whole idea where they'll basically just keep asking question after question. Sorry about that. They'll keep asking question after question after question. Go out and research. Go out, do 5 minutes of research. You know, and if 5 minutes of research doesn't do you 10 minutes, dig deep into what you want to learn. Say you've got something like, let's say the BEM 4GP, which I covered a video on recently, right? There isn't a lot of information on that. There's one page dedicated to the BEM, and it's just one web page dedicated to that. And the information there is absolutely top fucking notch. It's brilliant, it's true. And just is very, very interesting. That took me a good 6 minutes to find. I actually, like, you know, checked the time. I started at 1 o'clock, finished by like 1:06. And the information I used in the video was took from that. Apologies for that. And again, the M2000 I have, there isn't a lot of information on that. Draeger on their own website don't actually give a lot of information about it, so that's a bit of a blind spot. But through common sense and research, you can find out a lot of things about masks you like, you want to own, you have an interest in. And again, when you start collecting, here's a piece of advice from me. Get into a niche, get into an area of collecting or an area of study. I collect 4th and 5th gen masks, which 4th generation is stuff from the 80s right up until like the 2000s. 5th gen is like 2010 up until now, so like the M50, C50, FM53, PMK4, PMKS, you know, all the modern stuff. All the stuff that armies are adopting that aren't readily available in the surplus market. I wouldn't count the GSR as 5th gen. Might be, But you know, S10, FM12, that's your 4th gen stuff. FM12, M95, so like C4, BEM, MCU, M40. That's your like 4th generation area. So get in a habit of collecting stuff within a certain time period and learn about them, and you know, kind of become your own expert in it. Like, there's a lot of people who know a absolute fuck ton about American experimental masks. When they were made, who made them, who got the contract number, what the contract number is, fucking the part list, like the actual NSNs for the part numbers, or for the actual parts including the mask. I think that shit is fucking unbelievable. That is a dedication to the hobby. That is a dedication to research. And, you know, hats off to them, that's fucking brilliant. I think a lot of other collectors should do that. Fair enough if you don't want to get into collecting full time. But in my personal opinion, if you're going to be like me or other collectors, you know, study. I know, like, you know, you hear study, you think school. No. In your own time, learn about the mask that you like. And with that said, that is all I'm going to say. Just a little side note, I would like to hear what you guys thought of this, what you guys think of the channel as a whole, what you would like to see. I'm going to make a separate video detailing, you know, what I want for suggestions, shit like that. And with that said, right, this might make me a polarising figure again. I don't care. I'm my own person. I don't need to suck up anyone's arse like Weaponsandstuff93. And my honest to God opinion, he's a prick. I don't like him. Just for the simple fact that he's kind of ignorant. It's just... Again, right, some people might not think of me as like a brilliant collector because he's got like 100 plus masks or whatever. Right, I've got about 32 masks, right, that's draping because I'm selling quite a lot of stuff after the old Soviet shit. Right, but what I have is a lot of rare shit, right, and for those of you who aren't saying I do have an M2000, you might have seen that in another video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig one out. Fuck it, C4. C4's very easy to get for me because it's literally right on the shelf. Ta-da! The C4. I'm going to stick this on. This will be covered in an upcoming review, but I do have a C4. I got this imported from Canada. Brilliant mask. I think it's amazing. I'm going to start doing a lot more studying on it so I can do a video, a very, very informative video for you guys to view. And another thing, Weaponsandstuff93, remember the video where he said he'd like to make a living from YouTube? Yeah, that's very, very unlikely to happen for me. So literally, the only purpose I started this back in like, I'm certain I started doing YouTube videos back in, let's see, 2013, 2014, something like that. Then I stopped for about 2 years because something like rather unfortunate happened. I'm not going to make a living. I'm here for your enjoyment and your information. I'd like the gas mask collecting community to flourish into a place of information. Already is, but I'd like newcomers and people who are actually interested in this. Even if you don't collect them, you've got an interest in these, you know, watch my channel. I do a lot of very informative things, unlike Weapons and Stuff who stands there, you know, this is a C4 gas mask. And it's like, that's a like fucking Geordie accent or something, you know, whatever, fucking English accent. Again, I don't like English, that's why I like Sean and Gale. Completely different political opinion. If you're English, right, I'm fine with certain English people, but there's a lot Tories, Tory English cunts I don't like. I absolutely hate them. There's a lot of English people I don't like. English people on their own are fine, but again, I'm not getting into that. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one, and whether or not you enjoyed this video is absolutely up to you. You're your own person, I'm my own person, we make our opinions. Have a nice one.